chuck your shit into...
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
I won't tell you anything. If there's something you want to know, Shenyek.
Could you tell me more?
In case you haven't caught on yet, he's got this place under his...
And where can I find...
He'll be here somewhere. He usually sits...
Right.
You know I've got apples on the other side.
I'll have a beer. What will it be?
I need a plate.
But of course, and
I need to stay...
of course.
Let's talk about...
I knew you're going to like it here.
Show me your... I'd like to do something about that
Very well.
Here.
Many thanks. Great. Happy to be of service. Take care, sir.
What's that? Mind where you're going.
What are you gawking at?
We'll finish this quickly.
Why did you do that?
What's that I hear?
Hey, stop fighting!
What's that noise?
I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else.
May God give you help.
Well, you want another?
Are you blind?
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time.
Hey, stop fighting!
We'll finish this quickly.
I hope you're not... What's that?
I'll hack your ass off. Stop
These
beating
days,
him.
no one's ever really safe.
Hey, stop fighting.
Yield.
Did you do that?
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker.
Why'd he do it?
We'll finish this quickly.
To the stocks with him. Shame on you.
A beer and a rag, please.
I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else.
This is unbelievable. Go, fuck. These days, no one's ever really safe.
Hey, stop fighting.
Where's bandits?
That madman. Why'd he do it?
Shame on you.
Here we are.
This is unbelievable.
Filthy vermin.
Go fuck yourself.
Everybody's watching.
Something. Christ! I don't have the whole day for you. Hey, stop fighting.
Pray you. Take that. Gorba. This has been going on too long. I'm just getting started.
Who's that madman?
Big mistake, you cunt.
Fucking bastard.
We're gonna just wait until one person.
Why did you do that?
Ain't had enough yet.
Oh, one guy went down. Okay.
Someone's lying here.
Are you all right?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
Aye. But I reckon.
Why not?
Because although the way you're kitted out.
I'll fit right in here. After all, I'm in the trade.
Funny, I ain't seen your mug before, though.
No, I ain't from this neck of the woods. I do business mostly out of Colleen, only the catchpoles there are on my heels. I done in this fucker what owed me a pile of glint, only the bugger turns out to be the son of a councillor, so I needs to lay low for a bit, see? A mate of mine sent me to see Goatskin. Says he owes him from way back and he'd get me fixed up like.
One of ours from Colleen.
Well, that's another story.
I'm looking for goatskin.
Aye. Thing is,
But he used to come here.
aye. Only this time some burly lads came here.
Do you know the men?
No. And that's pretty odd. Seeing as how the...
Why did they give him such a beating?
Well, Goatskin, I reckon this time it was about... The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he...
And does the...
He didn't say. We didn't swallow... We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a...
What happened to Goatskin?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the whole... He goes after drunks. So I try out...
All right. What does he look like, though?
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. He's got a dent in his forehead. You could use...
I'm sure you know the town better than me.
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the... And then there's the big bathhouse.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the bright. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all...
If you've got some job for me, so what kind of work do you...
A job worth just a little test to see that you're not as dim-witted. What is Wycliffe's?
Poverty and modesty are the soul and... Even the church is supposed...
Nicely put. Wrong. Second, which estate has the greatest reformatory...
The nobility.
While the nobility has the means to spread them, not to mention that most nobles are... The answer is the...
After our talk about goatskin...
You thought we were just poor, but now let's see. Last, who is the rightful king of...
Wenceslas. There's no doubt about it.
Indeed. All right. Maybe this will disappoint you a little. It's he who will secure your place.
Well, from what you said, I guess rather the other way around.
We call ourselves the Guild. We profess the ideals of equality. Worldly justice is as fickle as a common...
Justice from me. Aren't you afraid to end up...
Friend. Sigismund is a usurper. And the church and the... As long as we go against Sigismund and honour the scripture...
What if I go and tell the bailiff you... Just out of courtesy.
Go ahead. Perhaps you are one of the lucky ones who are not harmed by Sigismund. Maybe you don't mind selling a piece of... As for me, I will go to the... But you...
Don't worry. I think the same of Sigurd. Tell me about your operation.
We are who we are, and we do what... Like the early church of Jesus' apostles. In unit, I'm in charge. Goliath is the most. Knuckles, well, But we're all equal. We share the profits equally, but we want to drive
How can I join?
You want to join us already? That's great. We're not particular about formalities.
Here's to the guild.
To the guild! That reminds me. I'd like...
Didn't you say you were just ordinary?
We are. And this is where Sigismund comes in.
That was a good one.
Me? Listen careful. Sigismund seized land down in the valley near Pach. Right under our nose. There he stores fancy foods and gifts for his sausages, smoked meat, fancy delicacies from Italy, Hungary, Slavonia, and while we're eating porridge, and you will steal all the food you can carry from... And as a nice token, let's see...
That cabbage you said you were eating?
Brilliant! Get at least one head from the greengrocer and leave it there for... Let him eat for once what we have in our bowl. But I'm warning you, no. Don't even think about slitting anyone's... The job isn't to punish some poor sod on...
Got it. What should I do with the stole?
You'll give it to the beggars. It's not hard to find poor people in the town. Just go. There are also tents full of them in Minor Street, Church Street or Cobblers. When you're done, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Sigismund will be fucking livid he can't enjoy his... Can I expect any help from...
If you need some tools, that's all I can help.
All right.
Good luck.
Look out! Hey, come here.
What would you like?
I don't want to yell. Come closer. You're new here. Has Chenyek talked the head off you?
We spoke.
I'll give you some good advice to start with. It's just bullshit, by the way.
You sounded pretty convinced.
Aye. Chenyek Chenyek talks about it's every man for himself, Dad. And Chenyek just gives it...
Are you saying he lied?
More like, he didn't tell you... I heard from friends that Sigismund has a bottle of very fine wines. The kind of wine that you don't often... I have a buyer for it. So if you bring...
That sounds reasonable.
I knew we'd get... The wine is in a... If you find it, and bring it to me, so think about it. The buyer I got is...
I'll look for it. Chenyek said you could give me some gear, too.
All that talk about... But when it comes to lockpicks, here's something you might find...
Thank you.
A large beer for me.
I'll have a beer.
What a mess. Are you blind?
I'm interested in...
Plato or
The guild.
right. Generally speaking, we are at least that's what they like to call. But if we're the dregs of the city, we still hold our bear.
Tell me about yourself.
Don't you have anything better? All right. I studied at the university in Prague. I met a lot of interest. And let me tell you this.
You mean that Reformation?
A great wind will come. Then the rain comes and moistens the soils.
Could you stop with the meth?
You're not stupid. There's not much more I could tell. Except maybe when this is all over... Well, my friend.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad.
Christ, again?
Come on.
What can I do for...
You can do it. You'll drink anything, even if it'd knock out a horse.
What's new in this?
From what I heard, not far from here, in the hop brink, some woman is repairing a building that...
Do you know her?
Not at all. I just heard... Oh, there was this bloke here in fancy clothes. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on... I think he said he lived in the inn, and that's...
That doesn't sound bad.
Good day to you.
humble respect. Oh, do hope you let me.
My respects. Farewell, good
Look
sir.
out!
Greetings to you.
Are
too.
you blind?
I am at your service, sir.
Good day, sir.
I'm looking for this vagabond.
Aye. Goatskin. That rings up. If there's something you want to know, ask the miner. God be with you, good sir.
Good day. And with you.
Can't talk to them.
Look out!
What do you want of this?
I'm looking for this vagabond.
I don't know him, but this is a miner's tavern. Or Wayman the innkeeper might know something. Careful now.
God be with you.
Greetings.
I'm looking for someone called...
Goatskin. He turns up on the street now and then. No Germans come here. Some Gluck.
Goatskin's German.
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't be trusted. I've no idea what language he speaks. What I do know is he likes robbing Deutscher merchants.
Any idea where I'm...
You could try asking in the bathhouse. They get a lot of and some young wench there.
It sounds like you're not too...
It's the local yackers who can't stand them. If you've got glint, come in and make yourself...
Thanks.
Have something. I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be...
What's new in town?
Since you ask, Nicholas the sword... I hear some sword fighters came here from Frankfurt. Anyway, just go to Merchant Street. That's where they hang around. And that's about it.
Sounds interesting.
Greetings to you.
It's late. What do you want from...
Do you get a lot of German merch?
We used to. From all over the... Unfortunately.
How come?
I don't know. But it's a pity. They'll come back, though. There's one German here right now. Udo, he's called. But that's all I can tell you.
He just drinks here.
Drinks and plays dice.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But stick around. See you later.
Hey, handsome. Come and have a drink.
Servus.
Greetings.
What?
I'm Hein.
I'm Udo from Taubisch.
Aha.
Ebenfalls.
Do you know a...
Ein gutes Kind?
No.
Ah, ja.
It's been a pleasure.
Klar. Gott sei mit dir und einen guten Abend.
Greetings, sir. What would you like?
I'm looking for a fella called Goats.
Aye. He turns up bastards ruining my business. Two of my...
That's not very nice. And you wouldn't have some idea where I might find Goatskin, would you? I reckon it'd suit you if you...
You bet it would. But if I knew where to... That bitch Mary's bound to know, though. She denied...
I thought you bathhouse girls stuck together.
There's a limit to everything. As soon as you mess with someone, she can marry that cripple for all I care. But when he robs our guests, and she should grab him by the balls... Oh.
Is that all you know about...
Ain't that enough for you?
Thanks, then.
If you find him... Yeah, have a nice evening.
Herrgott.
I'll give you some sweet nectar. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a fella...
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives.
He knows something...
What would he know?
Do you know where he might...
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam he'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our...
Why does he choose to...
A German merchant always has more coin in his...
Could you tell me where exactly?
Hard to say. You know how it is, but it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse. The bastard stays clear of them.
Have you got any German...
What do you think? No, because words got...
And is Udo here?
Of course. He's playing dice.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I reckon he'd be...
Du. Come here.
Come and take a swig, sweetheart. Careful!
Listen...
Aus Tauberbischofs.
I think it's about time you...
Ha!
Your wife sent for you. She says you should...
Scheiße. Meine Frau?
Yeah, it's a hell of a journey, although...
Ja.
You should get going then.
Herrgott. Die...
Just follow your nose, Goodman.
Ach so. Möge Gott mit dir sein. Krüger ho!
Hey, dearie. Come and have a sip with me. Let's drink. To your health and mine.
Ein Prosit zur Gemütlichkeit. Ein Prosit zur Gemütlichkeit. Love, Kusenberg. Prost! Ich bin krank. ticka-taka, hoy, hoy, hoy. Love couldn't bear. Ein Brose, zu Gemütlichkeit. Ein Brose, zu Gemütlichkeit. Ich bin drunk.
All right, minor Freunde. Hand over the geld and I won't, you know, hurt you.
Was?
What's going on here?
He wanted to rob me.
I can see that. I think you should go, Herr Udo.
Ja. Danke.
This is some mix-up. I wasn't gonna...
If I'm not mistaken...
Yeah?
I have a couple of questions.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody.
What god?
Their god. You know, him...
What people?
Sam and his lot. Like...
Who the hell is Sam?
You weren't sent.
I wouldn't be asking you if I...
You know, like...
I know somewhere you can hole up. Help me, and I'll pay you back.
Well, I'd like to know what place you have in mind, innit?
Do you know the Devil's Den?
But it's a shithole. I ain't too fond of me neither. And the feeling's mutual, like, to tell the truth.
Aye, but you're thinking of the band that used to be there. Now it's my comrades who have it under their thumb. Just tell them Henry sent you, and they'll let you stay a while. If you help me, that is.
That don't sound too bad. Folks are getting fed up with me here. What'll it cost me?
Just some information. That's all.
All right. What do you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that true?
I was doing nothing, but, you know, like...
Have you ever heard the name Lick?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this...
What exactly did he say?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name.
And you call yourself...
Watch it, mate. I remember things well enough, but only what they pays me.
Does this gentleman...
He does. He's one of them, you know. He was nice to me till I...
Do you know where I could find...
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it, and people... And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards our...
What is it you did?
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, you know. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? You know.
And what went on?
Well, people was coming and going. All sorts of noble. I was good at that.
I'll be going then. And you should disappear.
All right, listen, now you've helped me out, it won't be no use.
I'm all ears.
I put some things aside. It's a well-hidden stash.
What's in this?
All kinds of stuff, but mainly stuff I could... But you look like you'd know...
That sounds interesting.
In them secret, you know...
Tunnels. Secret passageway.
I ain't blathering. And if you give me a couple of groschen, I can teach you too. You can keep knowing your way round, you know.
Look, Goatskin, just because I was nice to you, tell me what you know right this instant.
Well, no need to...
Goatskin...
Oh, all right. It's like this. I know them passageways because I got... This old thief gave it to me. And when I, you know...
A treasure map?
No. I swear, on my mum.
Big difference.
I flogged it to this thief. Ain't
Called himself?
Aye, he was hanged outside the city walls. But watch out, the gallows is guarded to stop quacks cutting off the dead bodies, bits and pieces, fingers and...
Thanks. You've been a great...
That's me through and through, innit? I'd better be off, like...
Off you go. Here, mutt.
May God give you help!
If you poured ash into his mouth, he would tell you how good it is. Grüß dich, was willst du denn?
What about poisons?
Poisons? Who do you...
And where else could I...
Here in Kuttenberg? There was such a miscreant here. When poisoning began to... It said he leads Dane Rabstein or some... Gott mit dir sein.
You furry beast!
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy want here?
What do you think goy means?
It means you do...
It means nation in Hebrew. So you're just as much a goy...
Good one. All right. But I suggest you do not repeat it around these parts. Not everyone is as tolerant.
I'm looking for someone called Samuel.
What do you want?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here. And if I'm...
I'm looking for John of Liechtenstein.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot.
Because I know a lot as well?
Why do you think you can tell me I already know more than...
You're the first person I've met who complains about knowing more than
It is not pleasant to know things you can do nothing of. So what I need is someone who...
All right.
An exchange. I have this one problem.
But if your people can't...
You are no better than my people. But unfortunately, they were all born...
I understand.
You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is... Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian babies or poison wells.
I've never heard anything.
You must be deaf then. I have heard that such people are meeting. I need someone to get among them. Find out.
All right. I'll do it.
Agreed. They usually meet at
the start of the day, according...
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day...
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district, an abandoned house with a small yard by the ramparts.
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there today, if you get them to let you join them. Try and find out what they're planning, and you'll have fulfilled your...
And then you'll tell me how...
That was my promise.
Oh, there's little fast travel things everywhere around here. Oh.
Pretzels! Pretzels here!
Pretzels!
Fruit! Vegetables! Was willst du?
Show me your... Let's talk about...
Well.
Here.
Apples? Great. Happy to be of service. Take care, sir. don't drown in all this shit here. Last time it rained for a week straight.
Maybe I'll buy one too. We could start a ferry service.
It's true. But what good are fortifications you can't defend?
I tell you, no fucking good at all.
See?
I didn't say I wouldn't cut.
Food! Vegetables!
Alright, this place is a fucking maze. This place.
I heard you're in need of money, friend.
A fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city.
Sweet! Be careful. It's not safe here.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like?
You're giving it away.
My vineyard is new, and folks, so I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they...
No,
I know.
well, that's not it.
Forgive me, Goodman. An idiot whose wife is... And my wine tastes like... If it wasn't for those...
Is there anything I...
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, piss in my boots again the next...
I meant your...
Oh, I see.
No.
Allow me to introduce myself. Caspar Rudolph, vineyard owner and...
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well... Someone who can pretend to be someone else, if you know...
Sure, why not?
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. People can't get enough of it. And I can't fit...
Right. I understand what you want from me.
No, it won't. The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town. And this Havel is a real know-it-all. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk.
That won't be a problem. I've drunk...
Excellent. But I also have this clever book all about wine. I'm sure you'll learn a
The book might come in...
When I said I have...
What's the truth?
The book belongs to me, but I lent it. Miss Adleta Manlica should have, which has...
If it's orc...
It won't... Adleta used... But her family... Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room.
And you want me to break...
Well... Yeah. Adleta is either... The Manlicas don't...
It doesn't matter.
Great!
Do you have any idea?
They're monks, so it could be any...
I'll get right...
Excellent. You look like you can handle it. See you later. Have a good evening.
Careful.
Your hair, eyes, mouth. It was the spitting image of you. It must be a sign.
I reckon you're...
Havel.
That I am.
When I asked where I should go in the...
You've come to the right place.
Very far, Goodman.
Mine has an unusual ingredient.
I travelled around...
Wonderful. It'd be nice to have someone...
An invitation.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla. That's uncommon.
You're right. A red. It's essentially a lighter wine. When I don't know what to serve, my father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm...
That's very kind of...
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real...
Anyway.
My thoughts...
What shall we... How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria?
From you, Goodman. A bit bitter for my tastes. But I'm getting notes of black currants. The colour is...
Yes, the colour enchants me every time.
Oh, I've never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say, you won't know till you've tried.
What happened to him?
Well, the poor fella suffered from ulcers. Burn the canker, he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week.
To your grandfather, and his contribution to advancing the knowledge...
If you've travelled so widely, and I don't mean what wealthy nobility think...
I'd say Sauvignon.
But that's the type of grape. I mean...
Well, it's,
Ah, well then, after all that quality stuff...
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to...
Nothing to be ashamed of. Mine has an unusual ingredient. Precisely. And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern.
But it's missing some kick. I reckon you're... Could it be
Pepper in a hippo... I know! Ginger. After that hippocras, I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Egger.
Bring it on.
So what do you think?
Very strong. Colour is excellent as well. A crimson... I have to admit, I haven't had much Hungarian wine, but...
I drank this particular wine from Egger at a banquet held to celebrate Hungarian government. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice...
How so?
They started bringing out melons. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp.
Oh, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish...
I was so disappointed that but I was so drunk. The housekeeper woke me up. The porridge was charcoal. The kitchen was like a...
So?
Next. You drink like a fish, Goodman. Regardless, I have some work to do.
Allow me to ask you one more question.
And what of it?
Yes.
So let's be clear, you sneak. Everything is set...
If your business is above board...
Ha! That's what you lot always say.
Maybe I should go and take a look around his office. His ledger is bound to be interesting.
trying to pull, you scoundrel?
Are you in charge of the construction of St. Barbara's?
Johann Parler is my name, from the Parler...
I'm truly pleased to meet...
Close, but not...
More delicate, you say?
Oh, there's nothing to fear, if we are. You've never heard of my...
I can't say as I...
He had a divine gift, but he didn't get that task...
Well, it must be a great honor to continue with such...
Honor? A great risk. Imagine I make a bad decision, or make a mistake in the calculations. And this building, and that's why construction work is going slower than I... Therefore, I'd like to conceal a protective talisman.
Why?
Talismans don't grow on trees.
I think I'm beginning...
The first is the horseshoe hanging above the door. They say he once got lost in a snowstorm, and Saint Martin himself...
My word.
Don't speak, just listen. And the third is a nail somewhere in the beams of the potter's house in the Czech Quarter. I want you to get all three, smelt them down, and forge an... Putting a carpenter's axe in the truss work is an...
And no one will know it's made out of a horse. All right.
It'll be more than good. Have no fear. Till we meet again.
Shouldn't be walking around by yourself. Awful things happen here.
A fine day for some fine wares.
Fruit
Come
here.
and take your
Dried
pick.
fruit. Sweet plums. Dried fruit. Dried mushrooms.
there, you hungry beast.
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Gurwell, what are you doing, Moishe?
Futsa Kapora, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
Ich reiß dir deinen Arsch auf. Da, zeig, was du drauf...
My God!
Useless!
Jeez. Wait! Don't kill him!
You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. I'm not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait, who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbor's daughter, any dirt you can dig up.
Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berghoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God! I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
We did.
And? What was von Berkhoff's reaction?
That bastard first used us, and then wanted to get rid of us. We only just avoided being killed.
Sacre. So there's no chance the League of Lords will turn against Sigismund?
No chance. On the contrary, von Berghoff and von Aulitz came here to Kuttenberg to be at Sigismund's beck and call.
Christ. And what are you doing here, actually?
I came here with a man called Zizka.
Zizka? Jan Zizka of Trotsnov?
Oh, sleepy baby. That's a good baby. Come out here. You come out here. Coming out. Ribby. Oh, I got poop.
know him?
Of course I do. Zizka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well. What was strange was that his band was infiltrated by Istvan Toth, if you remember.
That rat from Tarnberg. What was he doing there?
Turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then.
Oh, good boy. That is a good one.
After Zizka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So the fucker's still alive?
Not any longer.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
To our enemy's death.
Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zizka, we managed to escape.
Zizka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Oh, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as that happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
So wow. You just know me.
If we cause trouble for Sigismund, it could threaten his plans, he said. That's cowardice, if you ask me.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zizka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
Don't mention the betrayal? Wait, what? I guess don't mention.
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
Well, you know how I said we were tortured? Well, they asked about you as well. That is, Istvan asked. And with the torturer there, it was hard. In the end, we told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Gutenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. If it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge, and if he hadn't...
I apologize.
No need. Nevertheless, let's turn the page.
That's exactly why I came.
Oh.
Because you move in certain circles.
And...
you conspire. You hear all the rumors.
So?
So you might know where they're holding him.
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von...
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Well, it'll be tougher than I thought, but that can't be helped.
I admire your...
But that is the most insane idea I've heard.
You can't just launch an assault on Malak.
Or long ladders and lots of men.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. But if Capon...
Vanished how?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov... I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common...
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard... And he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who will help him.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got.
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me.
All right.
Good luck. It was good to see you, and be careful. There's bound to be spies.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
What the hell? Cave.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Hey, you. Have you done something I should know about?
I'm not doing anything. You're doing a great job keeping watch.
You'd better...
Young man, may I ask something of you?
I have not changed my answer. I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malashov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove. What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
One of them! Get him!
You won't get me!
Slice him out! Dead! Nice hit! Ha! There! Do it! And a chance!
Well, nicely!
We'll finish this quickly! Take that! I'll rip your arse open!
Damn. They gave me a going over. Good thing you showed up, lad.
You alright, sir? Looks like you took some hits.
It's just a scratch.
Papa! My God! You're hurt!
I'm all right. What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now, do you have any idea?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought...
You know what? Let's just leave it be. Apologies for the mess, stranger.
Should I get rid of them?
Absolutely not. We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let...
Not for free. But knowing young Plymouth... But back to you, lad. Who are you?
I'm Henry of Scalitz, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir.
We're sorry to hear.
But I plan to rescue him.
We can?
Lord Capon is held at
Our Malishov? I don't envy him. I doubt its new master will lift a... Tell me, why...
Well, we all stand on the same side.
That is undoubtedly true, especially since his people started sticking their fingers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in it...
We have to do something to help.
Dangerous?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block.
That's true. As long as Vavak's...
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. He's had it in for us ever since he's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems... And now we've killed his men. The king's men. Like Rosa said, lad. As long as Vavak...
We will have to untie your hands, then.
It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen. If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have...
Ah, I see.
It certainly wouldn't hurt to have something on him that would...
But how do we find...
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way.
Find out? But how?
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mint Master. He wanted to become the Mint Master himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle.
And that's saying...
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome it. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud.
All right. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted.
Excellent. You'll find Christian and Horshan at the estate near the mine. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the path of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you.
We'll be praying.
Get out of my sight! Clear off! Why don't you dawdle about here all night? I don't mind.
Good day.
Well, this doesn't seem too bad.
God be with you. Can I spend the... I'll pay you well.
Forgive me, sir.
That doesn't matter. I'd even... Let's agree.
Thanks.
Where can I...
You can sleep above the shed. There's a ladder leading up.
Oh, the beer on the table.
What kind of pig was sitting here?
Whoa, lagging. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, what the hell?
Good boy. Here we are. Good.
Grosh told me over a few beers that you had a thing with some...
Merciful Mary, so Grosh has... I'll have you know I did no...
My apologies.
It's a great rarity. The thing is...
I see.
Exactly. But Stimir is feeling
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you want me to
Well, yeah. And I prayed, and now you... Besides...
All right.
Mary, Mother...
Save your
I shall. Don't you worry about... I'm also on good terms with Hannah. She'll give a generous discount, and I'll pray...
All right. You have yourself a dip.
God bless you. That's where you should... But be careful. Oh, well, sir.
You silly doggy.
Quick!
Whoa.
Go! 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 Quick! Die!
Whoa. Whoa.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems. Greetings. You're a Christian of peace.
I am?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me. About Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for... I haven't made much progress regarding the... I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Excellent. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. But hopefully, I don't need to...
Lord Ruthard mentioned some...
Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners.
My father was a black...
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach... I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. We need to talk somewhere in...
That was dope.